What's at stake is whether our system works or not, essentially. I mean, what we see happening here is doctors who are testifying outside of their knowledge base. There was not any actual medical testimony that this baby was injured the night before. That testimony came from a doctor, right? Which goes back to, we put so much stock in them because they're doctors, because they're supposed experts. But then we let them go outside of their lane. This doctor said, well, I based it on the fact that the mom said the baby was fine before she went to work and then he wasn't fine when she came back. That's not based on any medical evidence, right? That's based on some ancillary evidence, testimony from another person. But that's not a diagnosis. That's not how you can tell when this person was injured. It would be different if you had a situation like a witness, right? I saw this thing happen. That's totally different. But just saying, I can tell you definitively, which is what the state said, that this happened the night before because this doctor is saying it happened the night before. So what's at stake is that we continue to allow doctors, especially these child abuse pediatricians, we allow them to testify in this way that puts innocent people in prison. And Aaron's case is just the perfect example of the emotion that's involved in this type of case. As soon as you hear this person injured a baby, right? That creates a visceral response. That creates an emotional response. Turned everyone against Aaron from the moment it was mentioned. And that's what's happening all over the country in these cases, is the second that a doctor doesn't necessarily have an explanation, they jump to, it must have been abuse. It has to be abuse. Then they pick who is the easiest one, the person who doesn't have the reaction we want, or the person who was watching them the most amount of time, and all of a sudden they're sitting in prison, they're sitting on trial for something that they didn't do. There are huge numbers of exonerations happening currently across the country because the science here is so faulty. And so that's what our whole system, the foundation of our system, that it should result in justice, that it should result in fairness, is at stake.